It's been a good match.
That's it. West Bromwich Albion goes to Wembley in the playoff final.
I felt sorry for Swansea. Really. They played well. They fought their hearts out. Just didn't not been their night.
The story of it all. 2 goals in the first half by Andy Hunt and Ian Hamilton. A sending off of Mickey Mellon. The sending off of Colin West. A 3-2 aggregate win. And West Bromwich Albion, a week on Sunday, will take the pitch at Wembley and hopefully equal what you, Jeff Astle, did in 1968 and get promoted. Well, obviously win at Wembley and get promotion.
Yeah, let's hope we can. It's been a great night for us, a fantastic crowd, and I think on the night we deserve to win. All the best to the lads when we get to Wembley.
The scenes here haven't been seen for years, have they?
No, it's been fantastic. The crowd's been incredible. I mean, there's been about 30,000 here, I think, tonight, but this sound as there's been about 60,000. It's been fantastic. It's been a good match as well, you know. It's been a nice night for it. Good conditions. It's just a pity we, finished it with 10 men each, but that's football, isn't it, really? It's been a great night.
Well, Darren Bradley, the captain, has lost his shirt. Tony Lang, the Albion goalkeeper, making his way off. There's Little of Swansea and Andy McFarlane with Roger Freestone. They put up a tremendous fight this evening. And that's nice. There's words of consolidation from Albion supporters. Bob Taylor's 37 goals, so crucial, Jeff. Bob Taylor's 37 goals, so crucial.
Oh yeah, certainly. Bob Taylor and Andy Hunt, together in the last dozen matches has been fantastic. Scored a lot of goals, and we wouldn't have been in this position tonight, without Bob. Certainly, he's had a brilliant season. All I've got to tell Bob, he owes me a tenner because I backed him tonight to score the first goal.
The scenes are absolutely tremendous.
The official attendance figures to start this evening, ladies and gentlemen, 26,045.
26,000 we're here to see it. The pitch invasion is now over. They're all going off the field. That's nice to see. There's been no malice in the pitch invasion, and everyone's going off.
Yeah, they're so excited. I think they just want to pat each other on the back. I mean, there's no trouble at all. They're just loving it. It's been fantastic. I think they've been waiting for this whistle to go since after the quarter of an hour when we were 2-0 up.
Well, Bob Taylor, I think, just wants to get back and enjoy it now, doesn't he? The police are helping him.
It's been frightening at times, you don't want a maniac in the crowd. But he's had a great season, no doubt about it.
Well, certainly he didn't get on the score sheet tonight. But you look at those goals, all 37 of them, very crucial.
Clear the playing surface. The Albion players will come back out for a lap of honour, but you must clear.
Looks like he's been arrested.
As soon as possible.
Taylor been taken off by the police. They want to enjoy, I think, along with everybody at the club, they want to enjoy this evening now, won't they?
Yeah, of course they do. It's been a great night. It's been a fantastic atmosphere.
By the way, went to West Bromwich Albion's number 3, Steve Littlewall.
They'll cheer at anything at the moment.
That's right. I think my man of the match would have been Darren Bradley. I think he's had a great game, especially in the second half. I think they were outstanding second half.
Well, it was the goals in the first 20 minutes that did it. We said the first 20 minutes would be crucial. Albion did the stuff then.
Yeah, certainly. A very vital first 20 minutes. And Christ, did we do well. 2 great goals. And I think they finished the match, really. But there's been a lot more chances in the match, really, haven't there? There's been some great chances, some half chances. But the main thing is we've won on the night, and that's it. I thought we'd win. Got a good home record, and it's been a good match. I mean, got to give Swansea a bit of credit as well. They played some great stuff at times.
The sending off of Mickey Mellon could have been a key issue until
certainly.
Colin West got himself sent off.
Yeah, certainly, yeah. I think Mellon was a bit foolish, really, himself. He'd been booked once, and I think what the tackle he did was nasty, and there's no need for it when you're 2-0 up. I don't know how the suspension goes. I mean, it could cost him a trip to Wembley. I don't know how it works.
Well, they'll certainly enjoy this evening. A first trip to Wembley in over 22 years. The last successful trip back in 1968. The pitch has finally been cleared actually now, and they're awaiting the return of the two sides. Well, not the two sides, but West Brom back on to the field of play. That's how much it means to him. Well, it all started back on a sunny August day. Blackpool were the visitors that day, and a 3-1 win was produced. Albion actually, we're getting all the carried away. We don't know who they're playing.
No, I was going to say, do you who won the other matches?
Well, we don't know. We don't have any final scores through. Port Vale and Stockport were finally balanced at 1-1. Port Vale had the home advantage. Well, in fact, we've just heard it's Port Vale who will be the visitors. We're now seeing some action.
It's going to be a good... now we've heard it's Port Vale in the final, so it's going to be an all Midlands derby. It's going to be very, very good for the Midlands.
And also, it's probably just because they were both finishing third and fourth.
Certainly. I think somebody was saying that Port Vale finished third, and I think there was 17 points in front of Stockport or...
Well, Taylor, I think, has come on to make a gesture of throwing his shirt into the crowd. It's a shame they've gone back onto the pitch again. The idea was, I think, to keep them off. But he doesn't care, does he? The Swansea supporters leaving their area of the field now. They've seen enough. It really does sink in even more what they've missed out on this evening. Taylor has thrown his shirt away. And he'll make his way away and down the tunnel, already probably thinking about a couple of goals at Wembley. And again, they're trying to clear the pitch in an attempt that some of the players can come back on.
Some information you might like to know, ladies and gentlemen, the final score from the other leg: Stockport County 0, Port Vale 1.
Well, that was the confirmation that Port Vale scraping through by a goal to 0, just as Albion have done. 2-1 down from the first leg. And it's ironic that the crucial goal probably was Andy McFarlane's own goal back last Sunday.
Certainly. I said this at Swansea. I mean, we was completely outplayed at Swansea. We didn't play well at all. And when Swansea were 2-0 up, we were more or less dead. And then this own goal came up, you know, in the second half, and it put us right back in the game. And I said, after that match, that we'd win now through that own goal, which we have on the night.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we've been told that the lads will come out in about 2 or 3 minutes' time, but not until you've cleared the pitch and also the track around it. So please take your normal places. If you clear the pitch, the lads will come back out.
Should be one hell of a cheer when the players come back out onto the field.
Another what?
Should be one hell of a cheer when they come back out onto the field.
Certainly. They deserved it, you know. We've had a good season, and That's some outstanding performance. I think Bob Taylor and Darren Bradley have certainly been our stars of the season. But same on tonight I was talking about, I think Darren Bradley's had a superb game tonight, especially second half.
Looking towards the future, Ardiles has built himself a very, very young side.
Oh yeah, he has, yeah, certainly. I've said it before, you know, it's all right looking back after tonight's match, we're at Wembley and this, but I've said it before and I'll say it again, I've said it in my articles and that. I don't think we should be in this position at all. I think when we was 12 points clear at the halfway through the season, I think the club should have bought more players and gave the manager money to spend, and I don't think we'd been in this position today. We'd have been and gone like Stoke City. But still, we didn't, and we're in this position now, so let's hope we just pull it off at Wembley.
Well, we're still waiting for the West Bromwich Albion players to come out for their lap of honour. Really, they've not exactly achieved their goal yet, which is promotion, of course. But they've certainly achieved the possibility of a 50,000 plus crowd at Wembley a week on Sunday.
Certainly, I think West Brom will take 50,000. Well, I think there might be more than that. Because, same as say, we've been nearly 30,000 here tonight. And there's nothing beats a trip down the Wembley way, and I think a lot of supporters would love to get there. I mean, the atmosphere and the build up to Wembley and sitting on the bus, you know, travelling down there, it's been fantastic. The supporters will enjoy it just as much as the players, really. You know, it's their day out as well, not only the players.
Well, we're just saying and waiting.
Mr. Steve Hall, the message not to collect.
11 players to come out.
Sally, I think it is not to collect Sally tonight. That's the message. Telephone message just out for Mr. Steve Hall, not to collect Sally tonight.
What's the feeling like in the dressing room after such a victory?
Well, it's just enjoyment, really, patting each other, having a fag, then we'll smoke and a bottle of beer or something like this, or something like a cup of tea and things like that. But when I used to get in, I just like to take my shirt off and my socks off and just sit there and relax and have a cup of tea or something like that. But it's a fantastic atmosphere. It's nice to be on. Such as in the other dressing room, you know, they're more or less like broken-hearted, feel like crying. Because, I mean, they played well, Swansea have as well. They've had a few chances as well, haven't they, really, but just wasn't their night. I think their luck went on Saturday with that own goal.
Certainly a large majority of the 26,000 crowd have stayed behind, waiting to see.
You'll keep on about this, about having a lap of honour afterwards, and all the police, and I don't think no way will the police stop them coming on the pitch. I think they'll come back on again. 500 police won't stop 30,000 people running on the pitch. No way. I don't think they don't want to cause any trouble. They just want to run around with the players. You know, they're part of the club as well, the supporters, and I just think they want to run around with the players and tapping on the back, and you know, it's brilliant.
Well, if you want a recap on the game, Ian Hamilton, I suppose it's Ian Hamilton's goal. He's the Wembley hero this evening. His goal did it.
Certainly, yeah. I don't know how it went in, really, because the goalkeeper's... I don't know whether the goalkeeper's unsighted or what. There was nobody in the near post. It seemed to go in low from the near post. And how on earth it went in, I don't know. I'm not quite sure whether we can see that goal again, the winning goal.
It's certainly been looked at again, and I'm sure Frank Burrows will be having a look at that again.
To tell you not to run the switchboard tomorrow with phone calls about Wembley. Nothing's been sorted out yet, so we'll possibly have some information for you on Friday. But I think yet decided on ticket application for Wembley. Please do not phone tomorrow. We're extremely busy trying to sort it all out, but hopefully we'll have some information for you on Friday. Just remind you, please keep the pitch clear. The lads will be back out in just a moment.
A lot of supporters might just be finding it hard to get this to sink in. That actually at Wembley,
I mean, it's the thing. There's a lot of top professional footballers, you know, play for England and things like this. They never ever play at Wembley, some of them, you know, and top professionals in the Premier Division won't play at Wembley. So it's once in a lifetime for me. I was very lucky, really. I think I played about 6 times at Wembley. But the atmosphere is brilliant, and the lads, you know, they've had a great season, and they've deserved to get to Wembley, and let's hope they enjoy it. Well, they will enjoy it. There's no doubt about that, same as the supporters will. and let's hope we can pull it off at Wembley and get out of this division. I don't fancy going to Wigan and Mansfield and Crewe again.
It looks like there's something going on. We suddenly have probably the quietest spell of the whole evening upon us, waiting for the West Bromwich Albion players to come out and receive the applause of around 24,000 of their supporters. A lot of the players and the manager himself will probably acknowledge as some of the best supporters in the land.
Oh, certainly. Same as say, we're not in the Premier Division, we're in the Third Division, or the old Third Division, should I say. I mean, to see crowds averaging above 16,000, and some matches have been 20-odd thousand, then you get tonight 30,000. I mean, it's just incredible, really. I mean, I've said it wherever I go all over the country watching West Brom. West Brom are a Premier Division, well, ex-First Division, but it's a First Division ground, and it's got First Division facilities everywhere about it, and all we need at the moment is just a First Division team. And let's hope that Aussie can build a team up and, you know, let's get back in the top flight. I mean, look at our stadium tonight, then look at some of the grounds I've been to this season. God, it makes you cry. And that's why a lot of teams do play well when they come to the Hawthorns, because, you know, it's their Wembley, really, some of these poor teams, you know, the lower teams, and when they go to the Hawthorns they think, oh Christ, we've got West Brom tomorrow, it's going to be brilliant, we're playing there in front of all that crowd. And I think it does egg them on that little bit, you know, to play well. For me, I had 11 great years here and I enjoyed every second of it, and the crowd were fantastic. But I mean, when I used to play, there was mainly 40-odd thousand every match, and well, I think our average was about 32,000. But there's nothing beats the atmosphere at the Hawthorns, I don't think. Crowd behind you, got the Bromwich Road end, it's fantastic. And the semi say it's been fantastic tonight. The atmosphere's been good, and the lads have certainly enjoyed it, and the supporters have certainly enjoyed it, and it's been a good match.
Well, we're still waiting. Certainly a lot of organisation going on. In fact, here they are, led out by Darren Bradley. Kevin Donovan, Gary Strutter, didn't expect, I don't think, to be in the lineup, but he is. Andy Hunt got one of the important goals. Darren Bradley, he's been here since 1985 and has found himself captain of the side, and he'll be leading them out at Wembley, and I'm sure he's looking forward to that already. Ian Hamilton, he's the Wembley hero this evening. His goal has put West Bromwich Albion there. As the players make their way past the Rainbow Stand, well, it's now called the West Bromwich Building Society stand. Now this is where you'll hear the cheer in front of the Birmingham Road end. There he is. Ozzy Ardias has guided another side to Wembley. He got there with Swindon. They won the game, but of course, with the financial irregularities, they were relegated. Ian Hamilton was at Wembley last season with Scunthorpe, but was a loser. acknowledges the crowd of Valdo Ardiles.
It's a great night for Ozzy as well. I mean, he's had a great season. Congratulations to the lad. He's played some great football this season as well. It must be a very proud moment for him.
The crowd have made their way onto the pitch, as we probably expected. As Ozzy Ardiles wants to keep hold of his cap, though.
Just to reiterate once again, the character and short solicitors man of the match award tonight went to Bromwich Albion's number 3, Stevie Lilwall.
Ian Hamilton, one of the last to make his way down the tunnel. There's Steve Lowell. What a season he's had.
Yeah, it's been an incredible jump for him to play in Kidderminster Harriers or Kidderminster Harriers reserves. Come to the Hawthorns. He struggled a little bit at first when he came, but once he got into the team at Pettifield Games, he had an outstanding season. It's been a brilliant season for him. So it just shows, you know, that some of these lads from the lower divisions can get a break into league football, how they can make it, because he's had an outstanding season.
There he is, there is Steve Lilwall. And there is Bob Taylor. That's it. Wembley is where West Bromwich Albion will be going a week on Sunday. The full-time score from the Hawthorns once again: West Bromwich Albion 2, Swansea 0. On aggregate, West Brom 3, Swansea 2. Good evening, Jeff. Thank you for coming up to see us.
It's been very nice. I've enjoyed it.
Looking forward to Wembley now.
Not half yet.